What is up, guys, and welcome back to Lightning's Perspective. It is your host, Lightning K, and today I am back with another video. Today's topic is the best advice I've ever gotten, and I am so excited for this topic, you guys. Like, I have a lot to talk about, so period. But before we get into the video, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share with all your friends. Give this to somebody who needs advice, somebody who you know is gonna need to hear what I have to say. Y'all, I just came back from my game, so I don't want to say ignore my jersey because I purposely wore it so you guys could like see what my jersey looks like. But I do play for Bad Girls, and my number 21. Period. Coming in with the number 1 is getting close with God, and I actually made a whole video on not really why you should have a relationship with God, but like it kind of explains why and what kind of things. And I use like analogies, examples, this, that, and the third, so that you guys could see like the benefits of God and his graciousness and his glory. So if you guys want to know why you should get close with God, go ahead and watch my video. It's going to be in the description box down below, and it's also just on my channel, so just press my channel name down and go to the video. Next, I wrote nonchalant ain't it. I actually made a video on why you shouldn't be nonchalant, but then I ended up not liking it. But let me know if you guys actually want the video, because then I could just redo it. So there's like so many reasons why you shouldn't be nonchalant. First off, being nonchalant is just, it's so boring. But I do want to say, if you've never been nonchalant, you have to be nonchalant to see that you don't want to be, and that is not it. Because I have a friend that's going through a lot, and she's like, you know what, I'm just going to be nonchalant. And I was going to say, no, don't do it. Like, that's not it. But honestly, you have to be nonchalant to know that it's not it. And you're going to do it, and you're going to be like, oh my God, yes, thanks. Nobody's even paying attention to me. Nobody likes me because I'm not the vibes. But then you realize nobody likes me because I'm not the vibe. Like, I don't like that. You're going to realize that it's just not it, but you have to go through it and you have to experience it to realize that not only is it something that you don't want, but it's something that you don't want people around you to have. But if somebody around you, your best friend, or even just a regular friend, your peers, you have to be supportive of what they want to do. Be a supportive friend and allow my friend to do this. And I'm going to watch her not want to do it. Next is to don't be selfish and do not gatekeep. Being selfish and gatekeeping is like one of the worst things, because there's like a couple people in my school, they'll ask for everyone's food, and it's like, okay, ask for everybody's food, whatever, but when you have food, you better be ready to share with everybody. Okay, you better be going around to everybody that you've been asking food for and give them some. Okay, I don't want to hear it. And that's what I mean by like don't gatekeep and don't be selfish, because like if you know your friends are hungry or your friends need some of your resources, share with them, but do not get taken advantage of. If you're the only one sharing and they're not sharing back, then hey, you got to stop it. You got to put limitations to how much you're allowing people to like kind of take advantage of you or using your resources or whatever it is. The next one is to make connections and get out there, which goes kind of hand in hand with not being nonchalant. Outside, meet people, say hi, introduce yourself. And I know, like, oh my God, why would I want to introduce myself? That's so corny. That's so like not it. But yeah, I promise you, just try it. Just try. I introduced myself to somebody in my game today. One of my teammates, like family, well, she was not really my teammate. She plays on a lower division, and I'm not really that close to her, but her sister's my age. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just say hi. I said hi. It wasn't like, oh my God, super great, now we're friends and now we're besties, I have her number, we're gonna go hang out. It's not like that, but it just made me feel good to talk to somebody and to be friendly and to get out there. So that's what I mean. The next one is life is what you make it. So what I mean by that is don't go out there and being like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have any friends, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, life is terrible, like I'm gonna hate school. Like, let's say you're going to high school, you're going to middle school. Don't be like, I'm gonna hate high school, or I'm gonna hate middle school, I'm gonna have no friends, I'm gonna like fail all my classes. Don't talk like that. What you speak, it becomes true. The power of the tongue, the tip of the tongue, whatever it is really true. What you say is reality. What you say becomes true, because you're implementing it into your head. Your brain can't tell the difference between a joke and you actually meaning it. God can, but God knows what's in your heart, but your brain can't tell. So with that being said, stop saying all that negativity, because the more negative you put into something, the more negative you're going to get back. So what you put forth into something is what you're going to get back. Put positive, you're going to get positive. Put negative, then I don't think I have to say it. Another thing, I know I said it in the last video, but I just want to say it again. Embarrassment is a feeling. Nobody can tell you that something is embarrassing. You can't say nothing is embarrassing if you don't feel like it. I use an analogy, but I took it out of the video because I wanted to use it here. But I was in class the other day, and one of my I have 2-strand twists, and one of my twists unraveled, and the rest of the hair, because I have hair put into the twist. Next one is only speak positive words to yourself. I don't care if you feel like crap, you've been in your bed all day, you got nothing accomplished. Find something, one good positive thing to say about yourself, or one good positive thing to say that happened. Find it. I don't care if you can't find it. Find it. I'm breathing. I'm living. I'm healthy. I have God. I have my family. I have my health. I have my house. I have food to eat. I have a phone to even have done nothing and just squirrel all day. I have a phone to have done that on. So, with that being said, find something to be grateful and happy and positive about. Don't be a negative Nancy. Nobody likes a negative Nancy. Because I used to be that negative Nancy and I had no friends. Absolutely no friends. Nobody wanted to be my friend. Nobody wanted to sit at the lunch table. I was all by myself. Sixth grade me. If you know sixth grade me, I don't want to say I feel bad for you, but I don't feel good for you. The next thing is nobody cares as much as you do. You're thinking, oh my gosh, like I look terrible in this dress. There's a little lump here, a lump there. My hip dips, da 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 da. This and the third. Nobody cares as much as you do. People are gonna be like, oh my gosh, she has that, but it looks great on her. Like, so me and Candle's my idol, and Candle has hip dips. I also have hip dips, but I see Candle has it, but she's rocking it. She's acting like she doesn't care, but I'm insecure about mine. But me seeing her, oh, so powerful, and you know, like she doesn't care. She actually loves her hip dips. She's embracing it. It's gonna make me want to love mine too, because it's like, what's so great about yours? You know, like I want to love mine too. So being positive to yourself, being nice to yourself, is also gonna help people around you who have the same thing, like same, I don't know, maybe insecurities, or same, they relate to you, is going to make them feel good about what they relate to you, but they might be insecure about. So in reality, being positive to yourself could also help the next person, and it's of course going to help you too. The next one is water is your best friend. Nobody could have ever told me that in a better way. Like, water is your best friend, period. Like, if you don't like water, you need to get on some flavored water, and or grow up. Just grow up, because water is good. You need water. Maybe you just don't like the water you're drinking, because if you're drinking Zephyr Hills, if you're drinking Dasani, if you're drinking Aquafina, you're not gonna like water. You need you some Spring Hills water. My personal favorite, Pure Life. And if you want to get up there, Fiji water. You need some good water in your life, you guys. Water is literally your best friend. Water cleans your toxins, promotes your hair growth so you can have long hair. It's going to clear your skin up, your teeth. You're not gonna have yellow teeth no more. It literally flushes out. Like, I just ate so much candy and junk, but I'm gonna drink so much water, and I'm gonna go on the court tomorrow, and you're not even gonna know I ate candy today. Well, not so much, but I had a little Sour Patch to treat myself, because we blew out 2 teams today, not 1 but 2. Okay, so yeah, I just wanna flush everything down. So yeah, y'all, water is your best friend. If nobody's ever told you, I'm gonna tell you right now, water is your best friend. Go drink some water right now. The next one is music plays a big part in how you act, and it influences you, really. People like to say, oh no, like I'm not gonna let music influence me, and I used to say that a lot, but it really does. I want to use an example of when I was in 6th grade. I was so depressed, and I don't know if it was because I was going through what I was going through at the time. I don't know if that was making me depressed, or if the music I was listening to was making me depressed, because yes, I was already sad, but I think what made me depressed, okay, there's levels of depression, I know, but I was probably like the least bit depressed. But either way, like as a little 6th grader, my life was over, okay? So I was listening to Juice WRLD, Lil TJ. Who else makes sad music that I was listening to? I was listening to Olivia Rodrigo. I don't even think she was out at the time. I don't know, but I think if she was, I was definitely listening to her. Like, I was listening to all the sad songs to just progress my sadness. And I was in therapy at the time, and I told my therapist, she was like, what kind of music do you listen to? And I was like, sad music. Rod Wave. Yeah, I love Rod Wave, but you don't need to listen to his sad music, because he has good music. He has Shooting Stars, great song. His whole Nostalgia album, I mean, the way you look at it, but to me, is more of a hyping up song. Like, certain songs are hyping up. His whole ghetto gospel album, I love it. Okay, I love it. But it's a whole sad song album. You don't need to listen to that. His first 2 albums, amazing. Listen to those, hype music. But the music that you listen to, it really affects you. Because when I'm sad and I play happy music now, like I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't need him no more. I don't need friends anymore. Like, of course you need friends. Everyone needs friends. But like, oh, I don't need that friend anymore. I don't need that negative energy in my life anymore. Like, I'm moving forward, and I'm moving on, and I'm moving better. So with that being said, listen to happy music when you're sad. Listen to happy music when you're happy. And if you're sad, you don't want to listen to all that jazzy, happy, listen to gospel music, y'all. Because I did that, and I literally got over that boy in 2 days. Also, I think I'm going to make a video how to get over a boy within like 2 days, y'all. Because I did it. I got you. Don't worry. Yo, okay, my next one is focus on right now. Don't focus on the future, and stop dwelling on the past, because I'm going to high school next year. If y'all don't know, I'm in 8th grade. So in Florida, because different places is different rules and regulations, but in Florida, 6th through 8th is middle school, and 9th through 12 is high school. So I'm in 8th grade. I'm going to 9th grade next year, which will make me in high school, y'all. And I'm so excited for high school, but also scared at the same time. So I'm always like, oh my God, I wonder, like, what school am I going to? I already know what school I'm going to go to. But I'm like, if I go to this school, because I have a couple options, but I'm like, if I go to this school, I know these people are there and this is going to happen and this is the football team and the basketball team and this and this and this. But if I go to this school, it only has academics and I might not be, noticed in basketball. And I'm like, girl, pick the school that you want and stop focusing and stop doing. I already picked my school, y'all, but I'm still worried about what if I don't get in? What if I don't? Worry about that time when it comes. The acceptance notes or letters are not even going to come out until like March. So next month. What am I doing dwelling over it now? Wait until the time comes, girl, okay? And then in the past, I'm always like, oh my gosh. I remember when I was walking and I tripped over my Croc. Oh my God, that was so embarrassing. No, it was not. Nobody noticed. Nobody was looking your way at the time, okay? And if they were looking at how beautiful you looked. So they didn't even realize you tripped over your Croc. The next one, you guys, plan. If you're not planning, you're planning to fail. Today, y'all, it was a busy day. Okay, I had 3 games and I can only go to 2 because not that I didn't plan, but the schedules clashed. So I already knew from yesterday night that I wasn't going to be able to go to one of my games today because I play for 2 travel teams, if you don't already know. And, the games are going to clash and this, that, and the third. So I was planning and I was like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to get to the game. And I got to my games on time and everything. With that being said, I say that to say that if I didn't plan, I probably wouldn't have gotten to my game on time because I was this close. But I knew that my plan, I planned everything accordingly. So, and also I want to say that if your plan doesn't go right, it's okay. Your plan is not going to go right 100% of the time. But just make sure that you plan as accurate as possible and don't be delusional with your plan, okay? You cannot do 30 push-ups, 30 sit-ups with no water. Be realistic with your plan. Don't do things last minute, you guys. Do not do things last minute. It is not worth it, you guys. Today, see, I had good and bad things happen today because I did not wash my jersey last night. So this morning I woke up at 10. Well, my game was at 2. I had to wash my jersey. I didn't even hand wash it. I threw it in the washer and I forgot about it. So I was chilling. But then 30 minutes before my game, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't wash my jersey. Well, 30 minutes before I had to leave for my game. So I threw it in the dryer and literally by the teeth of a skin, by the skin of my teeth, I almost did not make it to my game. And I also want to say to think of yourself like a future friend, you guys. Do favors for your future self as if you're doing it for a friend, because future you is gonna be like, oh my God, thank you so much, and focus on the future in a good way. Like, focus, oh my God, let me do my homework now so I don't have to later. Let me do this now so I don't have to later. Don't be like, oh my gosh, what is gonna happen later? What's gonna happen? No, don't think like that. Here's my last 3. Okay, so number 1 of the last 3 is you're in an airport, right? And you're walking, but you have so much luggage. You have so much things in all your bags. You have a 12-ounce perfume bottle of Miss Dior and all these different kind of lotions, and you have alcohol in your bag and all these kind of things. You're about to walk through TSA, but they stop you. They say you got to throw all those away. All of it away. You're like, oh my God, but I love alcohol. I'm an alcoholic. I cannot do without alcohol. And I love perfume. I love the smell. I cannot do with it. They're like, okay, you can keep the perfume, but you have to put it under 2 ounces. So get you a little bottle and put 2 ounces in it. But the alcohol, you got to let go of it. I can't. And they're like, okay, well, I guess you can't go on your trip. But I really want to go on this trip. I've been looking forward to it. Well, the trip or the alcohol and the perfume, which one do you want? Which one's more important to you? So with that being said, in order to move forward from TSA, in order to get past TSA, in order to move to the next step, you're going to have to let go of things. You're going to have to experience things. And yes, you're not going to like to let go, because who likes to let go? That's not fun. But in order to get better, in order to elevate, in order to move on and move better, you have to get rid of those things that are weighing you down. Alcohol is not doing good for you. The perfume, it's doing good for you, but the alcohol is not doing any better for you, and the perfume is not doing any better for you than this trip will. It's going to give you a nice experience, something you can tell your grandkids about, something you can tell your kids about, a nice story, oh my gosh, my vacation was amazing. I was able to relax. I was able to go to the pool, go to nice restaurants, to nice clubs, party, meet new people. That's what I have to say about that. The second one is, in order to launch forward, you have to move backwards, which goes kind of hand in hand with the airport example. But that means like when you're like, if you want to go forward, you have to move backwards, which means that if you want to, go to the future, you have to think about like all the things in the past. You have to let it go, basically, because you're launching backwards. You're letting go to pull forward. So with that with that being said, you have to let go of those things. This is the same example. Get to the past and dig through all those things so that you can move forward. If you really feel like you can't move forward, let's say my ex cheated on me 2 years ago and I'm still stuck on it now. I have to go back in the past, get through it. What happened? What really happened? Why was I so upset about it? Why did he even cheat on me? Was I doing anything wrong? What kind of things, and really see what happened with it so you can move forward. Because sometimes I know I say a lot, just move on and move better, but you have to dig through your feelings and really feel your feelings. You have to allow yourself to feel. I say that a lot too, but not as much as I say just move on and move better. But don't just move on. You have to feel first and then move on. And then my last one before I close out the podcast is going to be, do not allow people to dictate your happiness or your love for yourself. Only allow people to come in your life and add to your happiness and add to your love. Don't allow people to come to your life and, okay, so for me, like what I was going through at my teenagership, if you're watching the last video, my happiness was at an all-time high. He came around and got even higher. But then I was like, oh my gosh, like, whatever happened, I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this happened. Like, I let my guard down, So I went back down. But I was like, are you serious? Are you really gonna, be like this over a boy? So now I'm here. So in a way, I kind of let him control my happiness, but I'm no longer going to allow him to, because he added, but after I broke, in a way, I kind of added even more, like I didn't go back down or anything. But I say that to say, just let people add. Only bring people who are going to add. If you feel like they're going to take away and make you go down for a little bit, do not bring them in your life. People should only add to your happiness or teach you lessons, or both. Personally, I prefer both. Add to my happiness and teach me lessons. But that being said, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end up the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you did, do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, share it to your friends. Send this video to somebody who needs this advice, you guys. This is all coming from the heart. This is coming from experience. And I hope that you guys all experience things so that you can have a story to tell one day. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.